the current mayor of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, Eugene Johnson, and the chief whip are heading to court to interdict a council meeting from sitting today, where her removal as the mayor and the chief whip is on the agenda. Last week, the motion was put to the vote for inclusion on the agenda, and the council was split with 60 votes on each side, and the speaker, Gary van Niekerk from the Northern Alliance, voted with the opposition to include the motion. Well, Johnson is now saying Van Niekerk is not the rightful speaker, and thus the council meeting would be illegally constituted. For more on this, we cross now to our reporter, Lerato Fekisi. Lerato, a good morning to you. I think bring us the backstory, the build-up really to having a council meeting to remove Eugene Johnson as the mayor.
A very good morning to you, Naledi. Well, last week, like you said, there was a meeting that was held by various councillors in the Metro where they tabled the motion to remove Eugene Johnson as the mayor of Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. Now, the irony, Naledi, is that last week during this meeting, the mayor was present at that meeting, which now she's calling unlawful because she's saying that the speaker, Gary van Niekerk, who presided over that meeting, did not have the right to preside over the meeting and also not have the right to make sure the council meeting sits tomorrow. So what's making many political parties now saying that this application she's bringing to court is rather ironic is that she was part of this meeting. She sat through this meeting where this motion was tabled. She agreed to him overseeing that meeting. She was there when the councillors was voting in favor of the meeting taking place, and now a week later she's back in court saying that in fact what happened last week was illegal, and many political parties are saying it's just a stunt to try and prevent her from being removed as the mayor of the Metro tomorrow at tomorrow's council meeting.
Yeah, well, take us through what we're expecting to take place today. I mean, the reality is the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro is one that's been troubled for a very long time. What are we expecting to unfold today?
I think trouble just puts it mildly. I think just to put you in context, Naledi, of how bad things are in the Metro. In the past 6 years, just 2016, we've had about 6 mayors in the Metro. Now, if you do your math, that just shows you just how irregular things are in terms of governance. The coalitions in the Metro are just not working. They come in for about 6 to 7 months and then they disassembled again because political parties in the coalitions are not agreeing on certain things. And that's where we find ourselves this morning, where a few months ago, Eugene Mayor was elected as the mayor of the Metro, and then now less than a year later she's been ousted out, and that's these things are in the Metro. And the sad part, Naledi, I think that we might also put forward is that with this instability politically, you're chasing away investors which are potential economic drivers in the Metro, and also more than anything else, people in terms of the ground are complaining about services not being the highest level of quality. But this morning we are expecting the mayor to bring forward this application to state the reasons why the council meeting must not take place tomorrow, and then we have heard that the Democratic Alliance is going to oppose this application because they say that the meeting held last week where Gary van Niekerk, the speaker, oversaw the meeting was in fact legal, and what she's bringing forward is just a stunt and delaying tactics because she knows that her time on that seat is now over.
Talk a little bit about the political parties involved here, Lerato, because where we're seeing a council that is split with 60 on each side, it speaks to the very interesting power dynamics within the political parties in what is really a foggy coalition government. So talk to me about the political party split and really where the power seems to be leaning.
A few weeks ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, the DA leader John Steenhuisen was here, and he announced already then that there's going to be a new government taking place. And in the panel that was sitting with him, which would now be the council that's going to be elected tomorrow if the meeting does sit, there was the Democratic Alliance, there was the UDM, there was the AIC, there was the PAC, there was the AIM, the newly formed party that was all part of that meeting. So in terms of numbers, they had enough numbers to oust the mayor tomorrow. And then also on the side of the ANC, on their side, they've got the ANC, they've got the PA, they've got the Northern Alliance, which forms part of the ANC alliance. So right now, as things stands, and Naledi, all power right now is leaning towards a DA-led coalition, which would be formed tomorrow if the mayor is ousted out, or if she loses the application this morning. But also we must state that we also have what we call the kingmakers of the Metro, the EFF, who have already stated that they will not vote with the ANC. If anything else, they will side with the Democratic Alliance, and if that happens, then surely the DA-led coalition will stand tomorrow should this application by the mayor not fall through.
anything from the speaker while all of this is unfolding? Have you perhaps even spoken to the mayor, Eugene Johnson?
The Mayor, Eugene Johnson, says that she's confident that her case is very strong, saying that last week's meeting was illegal and she has all the paperwork to prove that constitution that Gary van Niekerk was not supposed to oversee that specific meeting. And based on that, she says that her case is strong, and she says that come tomorrow she'll still be the mayor of the Metro.